Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and today is Cinco de Mayo, so happy Cinco de Mayo, obviously. Um, Additionally, we did Cosmos because yesterday was Star Wars Day, and it was kind of fun, and I really enjoyed it. And here's another thing I said I'd do last week. Now, I did do a fantasy speed duel profile, and I said I wanted to do a small series of these. And one of the things that was suggested was don't exactly go to GX or 5Ds or whatever the one was after that, Zexel. Don't exactly do that quite yet. And I said, well, I'll make a concession. I'll do some older stuff in mix. So today is actually sort of semi-requested. As you guys could probably guess from the title card already, it's for the Guardian archetype. A long lost archetype to time that barely got anything for support. So kind of perfect if we do it for speed duel. So real quick, I made a skill. I didn't do it on my own, and yeah, I'll put it back on screen. We can read it out together. But I got together with some people in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Create a Card type community. A couple viewers, couple friends, couple people I've been talking to for a little while now. And we sort of tried to, we kind of stacked it with 3 effects. Now, I don't think that if it comes out, it should have 3 full effects. But we were flip-flopping between the first 2, and we just decided to run with all 3. And again, it doesn't over-centralize the meta or anything, so I think it's sort of fair. So we're going to go to whatever it was it Waking the Dragons? So that was with the Seal of Orichalcos, the Atlantean Dragons, and of course there was Raphael. So you'd obviously put his name up and picture on the card. So what we came up with was a skill that has 1 static effect that's always, and 2 once per duels. So the always effect is you may summon guardian monsters, ignoring summoning conditions. One of the biggest flaws and drawbacks to these guys originally was the fact that they just couldn't be summoned if their equipment wasn't already out, and that creates a ton of issues. This skill would allow them to be on the field first and then be equipped with their own spells, sort of the way that it was in the anime, which is kind of fun. And of course, I think that's what Speed Duel's for. Additionally, our once per duel effects, they are essentially Dragon Caller for Guardians. So in the first one, it says, during the main phase, reveal an equipped spell in your hand and add 1 monster card from your deck that names that spell and its effect. And conversely, the second one is reveal the Guardian monster in your hand to add 1 equipped spell from your deck to the hand that is listed in that monster's text. Again, not the best wording. I'm not getting hired by Konami to make that easy text anytime soon, guys. And since it's just a fantasy deck, we went ahead and got the phone out. Oh, you guys can't even see the crack on the screen. That's cool. So what I do is I just whip this up real quick to show what I would run. And it would be 2 copies Arsenal Summoner, 3 Books of Moon, 2 Butterfly Dagger Alma. And guys, Royal Magical Library and Exodia don't exist in Speed Duel right now. So I feel like this would be a great way to get some reprints back into people's pockets or their trunks or whatever you guys have, long boxes, deck boxes. While not over-centralizing the game. Because, again, Exodia doesn't exist yet, which is kind of weird. 2 Gravity X Grarl, Guardian Bow at 2, Guardian Elma at 2, Guardian Grarl at 2, Mahavilo at 3, because it's probably the best for picking things up, and then 2 copies Wicked Break and Flamberg Bow. I did not create an extra deck. I did not create a side deck for this one at all. And just real quick, I might as well go over their effects. So the Arsenal Summoner had a cool flip effect that was add 1 Guardian from your deck to the hand, except naming all the cards that aren't actually Guardian monsters, which is, it's fine. And I do believe that this one is not in Speed Duel right now, so this would be something that they would have to add. If you guys can't tell from the shorthand down here, yellow dots means it's available in that version of the game. So this guy is not in Rush Duels or Speed Duels at the moment. So, and again, 16 by 16, it's not bad. It'll help correct your hand and then let our skill card do the rest of the work. Book of Moon actually currently in the game, very good. Butterfly Dagger Elma. Everybody remembers that when it's destroyed, it goes back to the hand. And it's an optional. You can also choose not to. Simply, this is just a 300 point upgrade on the attack power of a monster equipped. Gravity X Grarl got a little more meat to it. Not sure why. I thought I updated this. Anyway, the equipped monster of this one gains 500 attack, and it basically gets the no battle position changes of Thousand Eyes Restrict. So again, once your opponent's got a monster in face down defense from that Book of Moon, it's effectively paralyzed until we can deal with it. So that's cool too. The screen's real touchy. I do apologize. Next up would be Guardian Bow, and again, here's where we're saying cannot be summoned unless you control a face up. And this is why we needed that last sentence here on our fake skill card. You may summon them ignoring summoning conditions. Again, he's a 4-star. He's not super strong. However, when he does destroy an opponent's monster by battle and send it to graveyard, he will gain a permanent 1,000 every time. Additionally, he negates the effects of monsters destroyed by battle, and this should also translate to effects that would happen in the discard pile. So I'm looking at like Nidoria with that. Again, the flip effects tend to resolve afterwards. So if you ran into something like Old Vindictive Magician, Man-Eater Bug, these kind of things, again, we should be able to just negate that out quite simply. Elma's got a decent-ish effect with better base stats, 13 by 12. Again, cannot normally be summoned unless you have Elma's dagger up. When this is normal or special summoned, you may target one equipped spell in your graveyard and equip it to this card. Now, it needs to be appropriate. So, this card being a fairy cannot equip something like, like a wind fairy could not equip like Violet Crystal, which is for zombies or whatever. But again, this is just a Guardian deck. It's just a base fantasy. It's real fun. And again, this could be something that they could just release as like a starter. Or if we get another set like we did with Battle City, hey, these cards could be sprinkled in there at your leisure to build. So she's going to get herself stronger by being able to equip things. We wanted one boss guardian, so we chose for Grarl because, again, it's not going to over-centralize anything. If this is the only card in your hand, you can special summon it from your hand. But you got to remember, you cannot be summoned unless you control the face-up Gravity X Grarl. Again, this skill, this fake skill, this proxy skill would allow us to do that. And what's really great is at the end of the round, again, we're playing speed duels. Your opening hand is 4. If you ran just nothing but spells, you would be able to set down the whole hand and then develop into our Guardian Grarl. So, like, as far as fantasy plays go, that's pretty cool. Maybe I should have docked him down to 1 since Arsenal Summoner can fetch him. But I was just consistency, guys. You're going to need something to beat over real decks if this were to be real. And he fits the bill without over-centralizing anything. Additionally, we are going to need a weapons carrier because Mahavilo gets that extra 500 attack for every card equipped. So Gravity Axe is a +5, so it's that's 1,000. The dagger is worth 8, and the Wicked Breaking Flamberg, which is our next, I believe is also 5, and it is. So with the way that this one works, send one card from your hand to the graveyard, then target a monster on the field, equip this card to that target, give it 500 attack, and then it actually gains the rest of Bow's effect, negate the effects of opponent's monsters destroyed by battle with the equipped monster. And again, this is going to help with some control stuff. And again, you might as well say it's a Mahavilo deck, but it's not. This was really meant as a fantasy look at what we could do to play the Guardians, and that's the whole deck. We could just throw up a quick test draw, just take out the last card. So one starting hand would have me with 3 different equips plus Mahavilo, which would essentially allow me to reveal the Gravity Axe Grarl and then add Grarl to my hand. And then I could choose to play the other 2, set the other 2, set all 3 of them, and actually place Grarl directly on the field next to Mahavilo, and then decide who's going to get which amounts of power. So we could actually get Grarl up to 33 in that instance, or we could get Mahavilo to, let's do the math real quick, plus 18, 3350. So that's just kind of fun, guys. I do hope I didn't take up too much of your time for this. If you enjoyed it, if you'd like more like it, maybe consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Let your friends know. Obviously, the comment section down below is the best way to get a hold of me. So, of course, if you have some questions, comments, another deck you'd like to see like this, or a regular speed duel deck that you'd like to see that I maybe haven't already done yet, I'd be more than happy to go ahead and try that for you. I am planning Valkyrie for next week as a fantasy put-in, because again, we didn't get a whole lot of like the pre-GX end portion of the series, even in Duel Links. And I do believe the Valkyrie and that could be something very fun. So I do hope you'll join us for that. And guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day.